This is it, everyone. Colonel Sortek is on the verge of making planetfall and is en route to our position. The cap...
Gotta raise brightness, that's pretty bad.
knows that if we successfully relink with the Davian heavy guards, they're done for. So, they're gonna throw everything they have at us trying to put us in the ground before Colonel Sortek's reinforcements arrive. We've spent the past 6 months in hell, cowering and sulking in the shadow of those bastards, trying to survive against unprecedented circumstances. No dropship support, no air support, no way of communicating with the jump point. Hell, we even made it by with no HPG, completely blind to the rest of the inner sphere. We made it through all of that. But today, finally, we can stand tall against these compelling bastards. Today is a day of retribution. Today we are finally taking the fight to them.
Fusiliers, I'm not one for speeches as eloquent as our mercenary friends. We have been struggling to survive since the Grey River ran red with the blood of our fallen brothers and sisters. Just remember, they're still here. They're watching over us, and today, God willing, we will avenge their deaths. For New Certus, for House Hasek.
We have contacts. Dead ahead. All forces fire at will. Stay in cover and support one another. Don't let them spill one more ounce of Cobra's blood today.
Commander, Colonel Westrick is right about one thing. The McCarran's forces will be relentless. There's no telling when the Davion heavy guards will make it to the field. So we need to support one another if we're going to make it out of this alive. Tread carefully, Commander.
Fusiliers! Make them pay!
Forces of the Federated Suns, my Davion heavy guards have just touched down. Our rushed mech drops scatter us across a wide area. We are reforming our lances and about to move on your position now. ETA 2 minutes. Hold out just a little longer.
Let's burn it down! That's our cue, Commander. One last push, and then it's over. Let's finish this.
What they got? They got an assault back there.
Incoming missile. Target acquired.
Component lost. Shielding maneuvers.
Damn it.
Target acquired.
On the commanded target.
Unit target calibrated.
Forces of the Federated Suns, give them no quarter. For months these wolves have hunted you like prey lost in the woods. But now, you have a chance to defang McCarran's armored cavalry, once and for all.
For the fallen! For the 5th Certus Fusiliers!
Did I just hear that right? McCarran's forces are withdrawing. Is there really a need to run them down?
We're still at war, Fahad. The Federated Sons will want to ensure that an elite unit such as McCarran's is crippled as much as possible to put all of House Liao in a position of vulnerability in the future. I also imagine compassion and reason are the last things on the minds of everyone that went through the last 6 months of hell at the hands of the armored cavalry. For better or worse, we still have our orders. Let's help clear the field and see this battle through.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Critical.
To all forces of the Federated Suns, we have cleared the field. Sarna is ours.
Commander, I just want to say thank you. If you hadn't come to help us all those months ago,
They took out
I have no
all
doubt in
the-
my mind that we would have died like the rest of our brothers and sisters in the 5th. We'll never forget what you did for us.
Likewise, Captain. Without you, we would never have been able to complete our mission for the Kestral Lancers. Now let's all fall back in with the heavy guards and finally get some R&R. It's been one hell of a campaign.
Last battle for the better. Then they kind of like stuck these together forever. Like there's no exploration, no getting more money, no you had to get what was in the sky. Oh, I get the stalker. I know my narc is gone. 15,000. Commander, I've just received your report from Arden Sortek. I cannot tell you how glad I am to hear that you've made it through the Sarna campaign. When I heard of the armored cavalry ambush and a HPG being destroyed, I feared that I may have codename condemned you all to death. You had all the Kestral Lancers worried for you. While I am sorry that I cannot be there on Sarna to debrief you in person, there is still much for me to do here on Tigris. Please accept this canned message as your formal debriefing. At least he's honest. By the time Constar is able to deliver this message to you, our offensive, which the news feeds have taken to calling the Fourth Succession War, will be over. As I speak, Comstar is negotiating the end to all hostilities between the 5 great houses. When all is said and done, the compelling Federation will have to capitulate that has lost over half of its former territory, most of it to be claimed by House Davion through right of conquest, but some by former compelling commonalities declaring independence from the Confederation. The first to break away was the Tikhonov commonality. They were holding out hope that the Confederation would come to their aid, but after being cut off from a direct logistical route to Xi'an, they eventually declare independence to spare their citizens from further Davian invasions. You won't believe who leads them. Our old friend Pavel Ridzek. After he managed to escape our forces and fled Tikhonov, Strategic Director Ridzek retreated to Elgin, where he took control of the region, declaring himself Supreme Lord of the Tikhonov Free Republic. His reign didn't last long, as an assassin killed him back in June. The other breakaway faction is the St. Ives commonality. Their former heir of the Confederation, Candace Liao, abandoned her father to declare her providence independent from Confederation. I can't imagine how Maximilian Liao has taken that one. Comstar is negotiating to formally recognize these independent provinces as new nations once their leaders can charter the new laws of their provisional governments. Be sure to be on the lookout for those two once all the dust settles later this year. The next item we'll need to discuss is the destruction of Sarna's HPG. After the Fusiliers destroyed the HPG, Comstar was furious with the Federated Suns, claiming us ultimately responsible for its destruction. They put the entirety of the Federated Suns on an interdiction, cutting off interstellar communications and commerce between the hundreds of Federation worlds. Your report about the imposter Fusiliers captured by Captain Damu couldn't have come at a worse time. Had we known about this a month ago, we would have been able to mount a defense against Comstar's accusations, but First Prince Davian has already agreed to allow Comstar to station their own mech security forces at every HPG in the Federation to ensure that such a debacle never happens again. It's much too late to defend our role in the Sarna HPG attack now, even if we now know that we were not responsible for its destruction. The interdiction, along with war efforts, sent the Federated Suns' economy into a tailspin. Had they maintained their interdiction, Comstar could have very much bankrupted the entire Federation, which brings me to the most uncomfortable parts of this debrief. Commander, the Federated Suns can no longer financially support the remainder of our contract with your unit. I'm to inform you that we are invoking our cancellation clause and releasing you from the remaining 4 months of your contract. You will be compensated for this with your agreed upon MRB release bonus. I am sorry our time together had to end like this, Commander, but it is completely out of my hands. The Crucis Lancers won't be escaping these budget cutbacks either. While for the time being my command will still exist on paper, for the most part, most of our personnel of the 2nd Crucis Lancers have been consolidated into the 3rd Crucis under Marshal Pedrosa's command and will continue to garrison Tigris. I currently exist to ensure that the Kestral Lancers continue to be a paper tiger to our enemies while the Federation's economy recovers from the war. But I won't let this deter me. I forged the Kestral Lancers from nothing once, I can do it again. Although you won't be around to help me this time, Commander, I'll never forget the contributions you and your team made to keep the legend of the Kestral Lancers alive. We'll be back and stronger than ever. You'll see. Goodbye, my friend, until we meet again. Alright, well that looks like that's a lead up kind of sort of. Oh, they give me 10 double heat sinks. Good deal. So they officially added double heat sinks. Okay. Still not enough money to cover the damages that I sustained. So what, are we going to war again? Here. Where are we? Sarna.